escape across the skies when I'm with you.
There it is, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Please do subscribe because we do everything on this channel, not just race drones, but we also do fixed wing, FPV planes, wings, and even the occasional toy drone. We just like to have fun on this channel. But today it's all about the XL5. This is the Titan XL5 HD edition with DJI on the back and DJI in the front right there. It has a camera protector on the front, TPU, everything all the way around, front to back. On the bottom it has bumpers. There's a bumper on the back and in the front up here, and this is a pretty wide camera protector, and I was wondering if this was going to give us issues, but actually you can't see it at all in the DVR, which is cool, or in the goggle view. And today I'm using the DJI goggles here, and we're using the DJI transmitter along with this, so it's the full DJI package today. I believe this combo is somewhere with the 360 camera above $1,500. So this is quite an expensive package to fly if you wanted to fly it like this. So it's quite a treat today to see it flown in this fashion. So I want to say thanks to iFLIGHT for sending me one of these for review for you guys, because I knew you guys are going to want to see this one. And this quad, it's not going to be for everybody. It is expensive. I will say that. I'm a reviewer, so I can be honest about it. It is expensive, but you're getting some pretty insanely nice gear on here. If you want to go for the cheaper version, hopefully they will have that 4K version available for the Tarsier, or the RunCam version, hopefully. Or if you want to build up this frame, it's super beastie. It is 6mm carbon arms, and it is 3K carbon fiber. It's all nicely, actually shielded motor wires right here. This is sort of a new option they have. It has a nice sticky bottom, and it keeps the motor wires quite tidy in here. 2 antennas in the very back, and look what else is hiding back there, you guys, GPS. So now this dropped just in time because the new DJI firmware update is out, and now inside the goggles we can see the home point and you can see the home arrow. So latitude, longitude, all that cool stuff is finally in Betaflight OSD inside your DJI goggles. So now you have the best of both worlds. GPS return to home on this quad. If you have a fail-safe, it'll come back, low battery return, or on a switch. So you have 3 different options there for return to home. So it kind of makes this one the best medium range mountain surfer or freestyle quad. It is still 5-inch arms. Hopefully they'll come out with some 7-inch arm versions of this, and then we could really send it. But for today, we're just going to send it out here in the field, and I want to show you some really awesome, spectacular video. I am so excited to show you the XL5 HD. This thing is, it's the tits. So yeah, it's really awesome. So a great tune on here with the dual F7, the twin G on here. Yeah, that's what you guys want. It's insane. It's super smooth. And the new Zing motors that they have on here, 2450 kV 4S version, they are super hot if you want to freestyle. You can also take all these cameras off here, and it will fly even better without this heavy action camera on here. But just to show you guys a unique perspective, I will show you some DVR, some freestyle, some cinema style, and there's some 360 video, just to make this video fun for you guys. So I want to say thank you for watching my channel again and all my reviews. This is the XL5 HD. Here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and do a flight test, and then we'll come back and we'll do some final thoughts. And at the very end of the video, right around the end, we'll put the specs up on the screen. You guys can go over all the specs and pause the screen if you'd like. And you can also check out the links down below for the various different pricing options available for the XL5 HD. All right, guys, let's fly. Here we go. I can't wait.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get the XL5 HD edition with DJI, everything on here, and GPS up in the air. I'm going to show you some 360 video from my 1R. That's the Insta360 1R dual lens 360 camera. Super awesome. You can see this kind of unique perspective front, back, side to side, and kind of the whole quad as we're flying around, which is cool. We're going to chase some RC airplanes as well, but I have to say, my first impression, let's just get right into this. Now, when I got the box and I opened the box, I was immediately impressed with the quality of this quad for a bind and fly. I haven't seen anything quite this nice come along this year with DJI, all the bells and whistles. They've included all the TPU trimmings, the 2208 upgraded motors for extra power for freestyle, so it is a freestyle beast on 4S 2450 kV motors, or if you want to get the 6S version, they have that as well. I also like the fact that the arms are extra beefy. They seem to work well with the twin GF7 flight controller that they have on here. Very smooth tune. It just feels like a quad that I tuned myself. And I've given you guys a lot of tunes on the channel, and this one doesn't even, you guys don't need my PIDs for this one. So this is kind of an amazing experience. Out of the box, it's flying beautiful. I have a full OSD for a home arrow now included in the DJI firmware, which I think is amazing. So if I want to send this up a mountain, this quad will have duality as far as being able to have a medium to long range quad experience. You can put a larger battery on this quad, up to about a 4S 2650 or 3000 if you want. If you're not carrying the GoPro, if you're carrying GoPro, you're going to get a little less flight time for your long distance flights. But if you want the longest flight time and you're going to do some distance with this quad, go for the larger battery without the GoPro on the front. And just record your DJI DVR. And this guy right here, Dennis, one of our Sky Knights Club members, is doing some nice flybys inverted. This guy is a really good pilot, so props out to Dennis for some amazing flying today and letting me chase him around. He's flying line of sight, and he didn't even notice that I was behind him. His quad is kind of hard to see in the air. But again, it's really neat that DJI now has full GPS OSD and home arrow on there. And he's doing a nice flat spin there and back out. Fairly low to the ground he went, all the way down. Really nice. But what's great about this also, guys, is that with the return to home, we have basically a few different stages of GPS return to home here. The nice thing is that if you're flying long range with a quad, you now have latitude, longitude on this quad on the screen. So if you go down, you can go back in your DJI goggles and enter in the latitude, longitude coordinates of your quad and go walk straight up to your quad and find it. And the nice thing is that you also have it on a switch. If you need to bail out, you can, which is really nice. So I'm coming down the runway here, and we have a crash. One of the club members had an extremely hard crash right behind me, so I got a little sidetracked and kind of landed hard here. But let's go ahead and put the GoPro on there. Okay, so now you're going to get to see some Hero 7 with hyper smooth footage, and this was recorded from the front TPU mount that comes along in the box with this quad. It also fits the Hero 8, so the newest GoPro can also fit in that TPU mount. The 7 is just a little bit tight, so I believe it was made for the 8. Kind of hard to get my 7 in and out of there. The 8, I believe, is a little wider but a little thinner made, so kind of cool that it does fit either one in there. But this is the footage you can expect from even a 7 with hyper smooth. It's completely jello free, and this is where you can generally see jello up high. Down low, you won't see as much jello when you're close in and you're flying fast or freestyle generally. Unless you have a really bad tune on a quad, then you're going to start to see some jitter and vibes. But with this flight controller, it's completely smooth. 2208 motors seem to be performing really well, so I have a nice smooth feeling on the throttle. The tune is really clean on here, and it's just giving me incredible video whichever camera I decide to put on here. I think that the Insta360 video came out really cool if you're looking for kind of a unique perspective. If you're more of a freestyle guy and you want to kind of make more, traditional freestyle type videos, the GoPro's for you. Or if you want to do some cinema style stuff, this is the setup you want to go for. So you don't see any props in this view. You do see props in the view for the camera DVR. So the onboard 1080p DVR from DJI Air module, you're going to see the props in view. And some guys are not going to like that. Some guys won't care. Some of the traditional freestyle guys don't mind. But if you're looking to do cinema stuff, it's best to strap a GoPro on there for the Insta360. And my 1R did really, really well on here. And I can't fit the 1R in the TPU mount that came along with the quad. So if you guys have a 1R and you want to put that singular lens on here, it's too wide. It won't fit in the TPU mount. And that's speaking of the 1R Insta360 camera. So it's fine with the GoPro, but the tune, again, the tune is great. And with DJI goggles, the neatest thing about DJI goggles, I can get in there and go places in closer than I could before, which is really fun. I can just really see a lot better with the DJI goggles. It's just unbelievable. And what you see here in the DVR that's recorded on the onboard DVR doesn't look much different than the screen in the goggles. It's kind of amazing. There's a nice shot of Mount Hood, my buddy's airplane down below there. But I'm pretty satisfied with whichever camera I decide to put on this quad. It seems to do fine with just about anything you throw at it. And it's been my favorite quad to fly so far this year. Absolutely. This thing is really nice.
That was awesome.
So now let's go ahead and show you some of the DJI Air Module DVR. Now this was recorded in 4:3 because I'm flying with my OSD on the left and right of the screen. And I do apologize that I didn't get some DVR footage for you guys. But you can put almost like 36 different options on the screen with the latest DJI update, which is crazy. So you can have crosshair in the middle here. You can have your satellite count. You can have your distance to the home plate. You can have your altitude. You can have, I believe there's GPS speed on there as well, which is really cool. GPS satellite count, all that good stuff is now going to be shown on your OSD in your DJI goggles, which is really, really cool. And it's been in beta flight for quite some time since GPS was introduced, but everything was already set up on here inside beta flight as well. So I have to let you guys know that when you go to get it set up for the first time, there's not a whole lot to do. One of the things that you have to keep in mind is that you need to be at least 300 feet out to activate the return to home on a switch. If you're in closer, the quad will drop to the ground. There's been some complaints about that. But there is also, I believe, a command prompt that you can put into the CLI to override that and make it not do that, so that it will return to home within the 300-foot range, which will be kind of nice for a close-in freestyle. If for some reason your receiver came off, it would come back. Now I want to try a little bit of super tight flying here, so just wanted to see if I could make it down this row of trees. I've never flown down here before, but check this out. Again, being able to see so good with DJI, this quad is almost touching the trees left and right there. That was crazy. But super satisfied with this quad, and I have to say this quad is absolutely probably going to be the quad of the year.
All right, guys, welcome back from the flight test. So what did you think about the footage from the 360 camera? That's pretty awesome, isn't it? This is the Insta360 1R. It is a modular camera, so you can take this 360 lens off here and put a singular lens on and slap this in the GoPro mount and fly it like a GoPro. It also has hyperflow on here. It is stabilized video for the 5.7K 360 video or the 4K singular lens video. So either way you go, you're going to get really sick video footage out of this. I also feel like the colors on this camera are even brighter than my GoPro Hero 7, and it just has more of a vivid look. And I know you can change the different presets in the GoPro, but this video on this camera looks fantastic, and a lot of people on my channel have been really liking this one, including myself. It is a higher price point, but you can also get the version that is just the 1080p little tiny stick camera. It's called the Go. I think that one's around 200, but you can stick that on micros and stuff. So let's talk about this XL5 HD. Now, this thing is a beast. It is super beastie. 6mm arms. I love these new sort of motor covers that we have on here, the wire covers on the frame. The carbon looks a little nicer grade than what I've seen on some of their other previous frames. And the TPU mount in the back is also ready for crossfire back here. If your Immortal T is on the back, you want to send this quad, make it like a medium range quad, you can also do that. I like the fact that they put TPU screw nuts on the end of these caps for screwing these antennas on and off as well. And go ahead and stick a zip tie around your XT60 back there. I didn't do that, but you want to do that. When I first took off with this quad for the first time, I noticed how quiet and smooth it was. And there was zero vibes in the tune. The tune on here is like 100% like supercar tune on here. And you wouldn't know it unless you flew it. If you have a friend who buys this, go fly it. And if you don't like it, send me an email, because I would be interested that you thought this tune was trash, because it is spot on. So I want to say congratulations to the team iFLIGHT for a really nice tune on the XL5. Really worth this airframe. And also the Twin G is really nice. It also has an upgraded flight controller with the USB-C port on here as well. No longer rocking the USB, the micro USB, which is nice. You don't have to fiddle with the cable to put it in there. And I believe this was 45 amp ESCs on this version. And so this stack could honestly take 6S. So if you wanted to upgrade the 6S later, you might be able to swap out these motors and just put some 6S motors on there. Something under 2000 kV, something like a 1750, like a 1650 is my preference for sending it up the mountain. You get a pretty nice long flight time. Also, I'm wondering if iFLIGHT is gonna extend the arms on this. I wanna see a 6-inch and a 7-inch version. How about you guys? Because this is a nice looking quad, and I have to say I'm a little bit partial to this one as well, because this looks like Drone Camp's colors, guys. This is black and green. These are my colors since the very beginning, so I'm happy about that. I also like the fact that we now have OSD and all the bells and whistles. There must be like 40 different options now inside the DJI goggles. Absolutely worth the money for this quad. I think if you spend the money on this one, you already have the DJI goggles, you will have a fantastic time with this quad. If you want to buy the entire package and you're the kind of guy who doesn't mind spending the money, then this quad will make you happy if you spend the money for this quad. And you already have some kind of action camera too. You're gonna have a fantastic time with this. There will be parts and kits available though. As of the making of this video, it should be available in all countries around the world. So this has been the iFLIGHT RC DJI Edition HD Titan XL5, guys. Thank you so much for watching the channel. I'm Justin Davis. Take care, guys, and get out there and fly if you can. Hopefully this COVID thing is gonna end soon. I'm so sick of it. I wanna fly and I wanna see you guys again, and I wanna do some fist bumps, guys, like the old days. Let's hang out and fly and burn some packs. Guys, take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.